Ever imagined a world where fuel-powered cars become a thing of the past, or a world where carbon emissions become mere figments of our history? Well, that future seems to be knocking on our doors. What's more, it is bringing with it revolutionary technology sure to blow our minds. We've witnessed the evolution of electric vehicles and even battery-powered flying cars, but the quest for a road-defying automotive power seems to journey on. The automobile industry has no doubt been at the forefront of technological advancement, breaking barriers once thought unreachable. Automakers are constantly on their toes, seeking the next technological breakthrough that will shake up the industry and the world at large. This time, Ford CEO Jim Farley has taken the revolution a notch higher. In a recent announcement, the Ford CEO revealed that Ford is on its way to developing the world's first hydrogen-powered engine. But what could this mean for the automobile industry? Are hydrogen-powered cars the future, or will they become another trip down memory lane in the later years? Will there be any significant impact with this technology? Hold on to your helmets as in this video we answer some of the bubbling questions surrounding hydrogen-powered automobiles. The recent announcement by Ford CEO may have converted many automobile enthusiasts into wondering speculators and trash talkers. For others, the announcement by Ford is a drastic U-turn from the company's plans, which had previously focused on luring consumers with their appealing electric and hybrid vehicles. Although stakeholders and onlookers alike have noted that hydrogen fuel cells may be the future for the automobile industry, considering the fact that hydrogen-driven cars are viable alternatives to the use of fossil fuel, perhaps a more sustainable means of transportation, Ford's recent announcement has revealed that the company has taken the reins of technological advancement in this regard and is fully committed to providing consumers with appealing yet highly functional vehicles. These vehicles have been touted to supersede recent innovations within the automobile industry, towering above electric vehicles and conventional automobiles with their superior performance and eco-friendly energy source. Additionally, with transportation playing a huge part in polluting our environment, hydrogen-powered vehicles may just be the Midas touch that the industry needs. But will hydrogen combustion engines overtake conventional internal combustion engines as the new face of automotive power? Will this eco-friendly vehicle become the final destination towards decarbonizing the automobile industry? Let's dive into some facts, shall we? For starters, just as fuel-powered engines are powered by fossil fuels, hydrogen combustion engines run on hydrogen. But here's the kicker. When hydrogen is consumed, heat and water are the final byproducts. Water and trace levels of nitrogen oxide are released, which could be further controlled using emission control systems. Talk about eco-friendly, high-grade future tech. Additionally, the huge gear change in automobile technology will convert many automakers into preachers of sustainable energy. Many automakers may buy into the idea of such eco-friendly engines, leading to a massive shift in attention towards reducing greenhouse gases and carbon emissions. Climate change will be at the forefront of development as hydrogen-powered cars will provide a cleaner source of energy. Moreover, hydrogen fuel cells possess beast-like power and torque that outshine conventional ICEs and EVs. This will come into play when hydrogen fuel cells are used to power heavy-duty vehicles. Moreover, for isolated regions, hydrogen-powered vehicles that use renewable energy may be the solution to aid transportation in those regions. For Ford, these and many more prospects of hydrogen fuel cells are the reasons why the company is bullish on the innovation. In fact, the company is currently working on a prototype model in conjunction with a German technical firm. This prototype model encompasses a 2.3-liter EcoBoost gasoline engine that has been converted to consume hydrogen. In its announcement, Ford further stated that this engine can produce an equal amount of power and torque as a standard petrol engine while emitting zero pollutants. According to Farley, the prospects are mind-blowing, and Ford is committed to fully exploring this technology to reduce the carbon emissions that affect our climate. Jim Farley noted the company's efforts were not mere dreams drawn on paper, as efforts have been made by Ford to develop a fleet of hydrogen-powered vehicles. He further cited that despite the recent investments into electric vehicles by several companies, the limitations of electric-powered vehicles still pose a huge problem for users. In his statement, Jim noted that EVs have a limited driving range. He said that although EVs have made significant progress in terms of expanding their driving range, they still fall short in comparison to other vehicles, ultimately causing range anxiety for many users. On the other hand, hydrogen-powered vehicles will use hydrogen to generate electricity, allowing users to enjoy the familiarity and comfort of a fuel-powered vehicle. However, all that glitters isn't really gold, is it? This is why critics have pointed out many potholes that may derail the use of hydrogen fuel cells in our society. One major factor to note will be the production and distribution of hydrogen fuel. This may become a mission impossible task for many automakers as hydrogen is produced using gas. What's more, producing hydrogen gas comes from the very source of carbon emissions, fossil fuels. Irony at its finest. Additionally, to produce hydrogen gas sustainably and cleanly, the use of expensive infrastructure is essential. This also comes with its baggage of mind-boggling investment that must be pumped into producing hydrogen gas. For instance, companies may need to use electrolysis, which divides water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen using renewable energy. Further, car makers have to deal with how to store hydrogen while the vehicle is in transit. Unlike the more conventional infrastructure used to store petrol, hydrogen fuels need specialized high-pressure tanks and transportation systems. Therefore, storage and distribution may prove to be a tough nut to crack. Safety-wise, various concerns have been raised by skeptics who believe that hydrogen-powered vehicles may not just be what the world needs right now. Hydrogen is extremely combustible, and unfortunate mishaps involving hydrogen fuel cells have occurred in recent years. Despite these hurdles, Ford remains steadfast in its promise to deliver hydrogen-powered vehicles. While real-life testing is planned to commence in the following months, the prototype engine continues to be tested on a dynamometer. The company strongly believes that hydrogen fuel cells are the most suitable alternatives to fossil-generated fuels, and is ready to take the world by storm with its revolutionary technology. For policymakers, the future of automobiles sounds appealing in light of the fact that transportation plays a significant role in greenhouse gas emissions. For car enthusiasts, hydrogen-powered fuel has the potential to be more efficient than conventional combustion engines, as it will ensure an increased fuel economy and lower gasoline prices for consumers. What's more, with Ford intending to build affordable and easily accessible hydrogen fuel cells that can compete with other automobiles, it seems certain that hydrogen-powered vehicles may not end up being a one-hit wonder, a win-win for everyone involved. In our opinion, thank you for sticking with us to the end. Don't forget